Hey, good morning, good people. Jay Karma, what's up? Y'all gotta excuse me, my energy seemed a little off a little bit. It's first of the year, so finna be the first of the year, so I'm doing all my little cleaning rituals. You know, I go in the house, redoing the studio, redoing a certain wall in the studio, uh, bringing in that abundance, a lot of meditation. So yeah, the energy gonna perk up. Trust me. Just oof. Just got so much to do and so many plans. Ah, boy, that's good. Detroit in the house. All right, we at that 2 minute mark. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. All right, good people. How are you guys doing this morning? All right, your text. Oh, now that's not spirit. A nigga really tired. Okay, Giselle Simone, I will. I will. You know I got you. All right, everybody. So today's ancestor should be a little more fun. It should be somebody that we all can relate to, hopefully. And again, remember when I talk about our ancestors, I talk about a complete ancestor, a total ancestor, not just the one ancestor, not just the two ancestors, not just the ancestor that was renowned throughout your family and your history for that one thing. I want a complete ancestor. By the time we get done and you guys go back and watch all these videos, you guys will be like, ah. And everything we talk about, it'll start narrowing your ancestor history down. It'll be from like, oh, Betty, all the girls used to do this too. Okay, just one of the girls used to be known for all of this. Same thing with the men on that side. All my cousins, brothers, uncles can do this right here. But you know, old Mello was known for that boom shuckle right here. He known for that, and he encompassed all three. And once we get all of those inside and out combined into one complete ancestor, that's gonna be the test. That's the one that you're gonna utilize in the majority of your spell work, and majority of your prosperity work, and the majority of your health. You following me? That's why I tell you guys, I'd rather have a whole ancestor than a piece of a god any day. I've been getting a lot of slack for that shit too. I said it in the wrong crowd, and let me tell you, people was not happy with that. I was a blasphemer. I don't give a shit. My belief has been doing me good this long, and I'm gonna keep on doing it. All right. So today we're gonna talk about that ancestor that we're going to talk about that ancestor that knew how to calm the situation down. Yeah, let's talk about it. Because without that ancestor, a lot of our parents wouldn't be here. A lot of their parents wouldn't be here. A lot of people wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that one person in your bloodline that knew exactly what to say to get everybody from cutting each other throats, to get the neighbors to settle down if you're having trouble with one house versus another house. When I was growing up, we was in the project, so this cluster would be arguing with the cluster at 44, and cluster 15 to be warring with cluster 82, you know, and it's some shit like that. And but it was always that one person in the neighborhood. Don't you? He could be in your family, she could be in somebody else's family, but it always that one person willing to stick their goddamn nose into some shit that was going down and come up with the right thing to say to quell all that shit down. Rather, in my case, it was saying, okay, Baron, you and Samaj is finna toss them hands. That and once they toss them hands, nigga, this shit is over. The fight is over. Whoever win, y'all crew call it a loss. I'm talking about that person. Cause without those type of people, man, it'll be so much carnage in the street. It'll be so many family feuds. It'll be so many goddamn clan fights. Your family versus the Hatfields and the McCoys. The that type of shit going on. Without that one person having logical sense to say, hey, stop it. Now, for some of us, it was our grandparents. For some of us, it was our parents, but 90% on the time, it was our best friend, our childhood friend, everybody that was right next on the street that was in it, that understood. The most sensitive person from this group, is gonna talk, or that one person that was liked by both sides, and that person knew how to calm the situation down. This is the ancestor we finna give praise to, because without that person's intervening, man, a lot of us would have been scarred up, fucked up, messed up. I mean, and before I get into it and start giving you guys all the scenarios, how you should look at it like this. And again, I'm transparent, and at this point in the game, how the old people say, I'm getting old. I don't give a fuck what nobody think. I'm getting old in the spiritual game. I don't know. I don't care what nobody think. But when it comes down to it, I tell you guys, it's better to have a whole ancestor than a piece of a God any day. This is saying that, again, I want you guys to thunder back on the ideologies of that person, the ideologies of those individuals, what they stood for in that moment in their life. They wasn't perfect and they wasn't shit. They had issues. They was humans. They was humans. Come on now. They had issues. They were human. They made mistakes. They made up for their mistakes. Karma whooped their ass. I mean, they learned the lesson. They learned the lesson a God could never learn, because a God didn't have to go through all the trials and tribulations we go through. People, I want you to hear me good, because I wouldn't push no type of goddamn narrative on you guys if it wasn't for the true being of who you are and yourself, who I am and myself. I am my ancestor. I am God. So why the hell would I pray to another God from another person's imagination versus praying for my own God in my own imagination, who I know I got a direct connect with to the heavens, because my ancestors is direct connecting me to them. I hope that ain't going too far over everybody's head, because I'm explaining it to the best that I can put it in words. If you guys start saying that, I'd rather have a whole ancestor than the piece of a God any day, that will change your life. That will change your life, because if your ancestors resides inside you, and if you is the master of your own universe, the creator of everything that you want around, if you don't want somebody around you, you can simply leave that person. If you're hungry and you need something to eat, you go your ass and you fix it or you buy it. You're the masters of your own universe. So why would I ask somebody outside of me to make me whole, to make me great? But I can ask those who came before me, who carnations I am, whose lineage I am, whose bloodline I am, to say, hey, enlighten me on this scenario. Help me out. Give me wise counsel. Move this for me. Move that for me. But I get slack. But as long as you guys know that what I'm sitting up here saying is going to help you guys elevate yourself to the next level, man, you guys will be potent and you guys will be awesome in the spiritual world. But back to that ancestor that I really want to give homage to and praise. That ancestor that knew how to play both sides for the greater good, who just knew that if a situation came down to it, man, it would be bloody. It would be some hardcore shit going down. This shit will fight. They'll be fighting and feuding for generations to come. And then And then the spirit lay it on his heart to lay it on his or her heart to sit up there and just come up with the right words to keep the peace. Now that's outside of the family. And now let's talk about that ancestor that was inside of the family. They know that you and Londa had an issue with each other, and the family reunion coming up, or the gathering coming up, the cookout coming up. And then they knew y'all were gonna get there, so they strategizing all goddamn night, working on, and they coming up with plans. How I'm gonna keep these people away from each other? How I'm gonna make them come together and love one another? How I'm gonna stop they badass kids from joining in the fray? You see, and nobody gave that person enough credit. Only thing we knew that Auntie Bama is gonna be there to calm the situation down before it get out of hand. Oh, hold on. What about the person who missed the mark? Oh, they just talking. They ain't never gonna hurt each other. And guess what? Boom, 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 stab, 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 cut, cut, cut. Now one of them doesn't transition the other. That person that stood in between the fray for all of us, that person deserves some respect. Because there's been many of stories, and it never happened in my family, but there have been many of stories where somebody goes to break up something, keep the peace among something, and next thing you know, they end up getting hurt, stabbed, shot, whatever, because they was doing what God called them to do, what they inner soul wanted them to do. And that person go down to the wayside, and it's just, oh, he died, or he or she died a hero trying to help. And that's all they get. No remembrance. Because it wasn't glamorous. It wasn't dying in a bed of cancer. It wasn't shot down in hell of bullets. It was accidental helping somebody. That person deserved more praise than just about anything we done came up with. Because without that ancestor of ours, that person in our lives to this day too, that know the things to say to make shit go down, that understand and cares and just has so much care and compassion about both of the situation, both ideologies, both sides of the coin, that they're gonna not judge each other, but they're gonna try to come to a solution. And I'm telling you, this is the thing that we need. This is what we need to be praying for right now. We need to be honoring those ancestors, blessing those ancestors, and doing that for that. Because at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, we're going to have one complete ancestor. We're going to have, hell, your family may have a million complete ones. But long as we don't pray to every part of them, they should be more than willing to assist us in this world. So the reason the way I came up with this right here is that I was watching. I I I ain't gonna even talk about that part. I saw that part savage, man. I saw two people arguing, and the argument got really bad. They were gonna push him in the lake. They were gonna push each other in the lake. And I see the female of the two guys standing there, and she's just like sobbing and trying to bawl her eyes out and shit, trying to get sympathy to make them stop. And they didn't care about her sympathizing and crying. So keeping in true Negro fashion, not my business. I'm not gonna be a peacekeeper. I stood, by the little monkey bars, and I wanted this shit to play out. So naturally, the lady just blew her goddamn lungs up. She, when they lose breath and then they gotta come back and and finish the as they gone on down to the ground. So she, I swear it was like a move. She did that. So the scream got their attention, and she was calling them all kind of names. She even said something in a language I ain't understand. Maybe it was God, and she was like, "Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop." She like, "Y'all need to stop. You wrong. You wrong." And she just kept on insulting each one of them, letting them know that. I mean, literally right out there, and they kind of like looked at each other, and And I to this day, that man had on some really pointy boots. I think if he would have kicked that brother in the ribs, it would have been game over on the long tip. But she intervened and she stopped that conflict. I wasn't. I like to say I done heard too many stories of people getting stabbed in the throat, shot up themselves for trying to break it. Shit, that's how I caught COVID. So I ain't finna be the sacrificial lamb on that shit. But listen, but back to what we were talking about. I got lost in that because man, I just started thinking she on the ground patting her head like this, but not touching it, you know. But oh, oh my God, oh my God, God forgive me. I know y'all just don't know, man. I can't even go running no more, man. I gotta get it in the backyard now. But when we talk about that ancestor that put themselves in harm's way and just know what to do, know the right thing to say, hell, even that one person, that one ancestor that goes back and forth between the warring factions to try to gain information, to make sure everything okay, tell a lie or two here and there just to make sure everything quailed. Some people can sit up there and say, oh, well, he really sorry. I know he's sorry. He too stubborn to say it. And boom, they go back over there. Man, he all choked up. He want to say he's sorry. He want y'all just go get together and don't say nothing. Y'all just go over there and take him some beer and just laugh and sit down and don't say nothing. And that person be right there. Don't let neither one of them talk till they finish a 6-pack of beer. I mean, this is the shit that I used to see in my world at the cookout. Auntie would bring some beer. Auntie would bring some pot. Hell, for the savage kinfolk, I don't know where she got it, but she would damn sure go get some blow for them. And they'll be sitting up there at the table, skeeted up, high, drunk, and everybody, then they put on some Shirley Caesar. And everybody get to laughing and dancing and then that shit is over, you know, conflict averted. I mean, we gotta pray for these people, man. These people are the ones that saved our motherfucking ass from the internal threats. Not only from the internal threat, but the near faction threats. Shit, it was all right. So I'm gonna say this, and this is not off topic, but it's off topic. So, man and a woman sitting in a taxi cab. They fighting. They going at it. They taka. The cab driver tells the woman, hey, y'all both shut up. But he's looking at the woman because she's more the aggressor here. Should the brother in that cab straighten the cab driver for putting his woman in check on his behalf? Now, that's a puzzle that I don't know if too many people can solve. I'm a man, so I damn sure can't solve it. Because maybe a woman can solve it. Dad joke, but still, at the same time, conflict resolution, those of our ancestors that were conflict resolution specialists, I mean, you got to think, man, you got to love them people. You got to really show some concern, some care. Because I'm telling you, without them, we wouldn't have been nowhere. You know how many warring groups and fighters and shit from the old days? You know, from the old days, Clan McLeod versus Clan St. Pete, and they had warring, and it was that one person that didn't want to see no violence, and they tried to stop it. I mean, all of that type of shit, right? And those people die out throughout history without being known. Some people call them a coward, some people call them a weakling, a fraidy cat, and that person take that and eat that shit like it ain't nothing. Be like, listen, man, now we calling them tree huggers and peacekeepers and everything else. But man, those people had a mission, and they had a mission, and they've been put here on this planet, or they reincarnated on this planet, whichever way you look at it, to make sure conflict diverted. And without those type of people, man, the world would be in chaos. My life would be in chaos. Cause I know there's, man, some shit that the Hatfields and the McCoy. There you go, Ziggy. Ziggy getting it. I mean, there's some times where I done went outside to put the boom rush on a bitch, and And I know my people like, hey man, that ain't worth it. That motherfucker ain't got nothing. You got something to lose, and you have to think about that shit. And oh, you right. Then you think about it. Well, what is he's too he or she too stupid for their own good. So how about you just get away from them, to save their life or to save they situation, so they don't go to jail or they don't get screwed up. They got a family. Sometimes you have to think for other people. And again, we're talking about that ancestor who literally had to think for me and think for you and think for the mom and think for the dad and think for the friend. They had to do so much chessboard moving around thinking just to get the right structure so they can avert any kind of situation. Like the man at the park. Yeah. Hey man, that park is serious over there, boy. I'm gonna call that bitch the Bermuda Triangle. You go in there, you never know what you're gonna get. But yeah, dealing with those ancestors there, them the ones that we gonna pray for this morning. So how y'all feel about them? Good morning, Shalonda Pilot. Pilot. Can you fly? Can you fly? Can you fly? Yeah, I'm tired. What y'all what going on, Queen Beijing? The rare must have been a steal, you see it. E5K Slaves. That's a cool ass name. E5K Slave. That's a hard name. I like that. But yeah, the peace, the conflict, the conflict resolutionists, man, they deserve a lot of praise. Because if it wasn't for those people there, I'm telling you, half of us would be in the grave or in the who's cow, in the pen, be in the meat wagon house. I just gotta think about it. So again, y'all know the Baron is pretty transparent, right? And again, I don't whatever information I put on this bitch right here, I don't give a damn what you say about it, because I want you guys to really know that healing is in all of us. We all need to heal, and we all need to understand where we come from in life and who we came from and all our capabilities and flaws. So when it came to conflict resolution, the person in my family that was a conflict resolution was my Uncle Sean. Uh, Uncle Sean, he always had the best advice, even though he wasn't straight himself in the head. I mean, he was considered crazy, and after he did his crime and things, he wasn't the same no more. But for any time it came around and it was about violence in the family, he would always try to resolve it. I mean, it would be like, y'all come over here and lift these weights with me. I got a crazy ass family. It's the reason, the Baron buffed up like this. I was a skinny little dude, but there was so much shit going on in my family. Uncle Sean would have me lifting weights. Get it, you can get it, and shit. You lifting weights in the backyard 5 6 hours. You don't know why you want to beat your cousin ass. Now you dog, look at his gun, look at his body. Ooh yeah, bitch. Now it's all fun, but that was his way of resolving conflict with the boys in our family. Now, Uncle Sean is still with us, by the way. That's my number one uncle, favorite uncle, gonna always be my favorite uncle. He took care of me. I mean, that was that dude. But when he left and went to prison back in the day, there was no conflict resolution in our family. There was no conflict resolutionist at all. Everybody was antagonizers, from aunties, grandma. Everybody was antagonizing each other because that one element was gone. That one element that used to sit up there and he would preach the Bible, he would preach God, and he was quote scripture, and he'll drink his beer, and he'll do all that shit. But he knew how to calm it down. He went to prison for XY amount of time, and when he got out, our family had split. We was angry with each other. We was tossing hands left and right, a hail of bullets on a good Saturday day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is how I grew up, right? This is my family. And on my mama's side, gotta make sure I put that shit out there, cause the other side hear that, we aristocratic, we diploma down, bitch. We got a retirement fund. They'll state that shit quick. But Yeah, but when Aunt went away, it's like the family fell apart. And I grew up seeing, our family decline, the unity, cousins born at the same age, not liking each other, nobody to queer the situation. We going off our own understanding, and our understanding is as limited as we can see because we're still dealing with our ego. And it took that outside person that was like, hey man, here go some root beer soda and some Twizzlers. Y'all sit down and y'all eat this right here. Don't nobody talk. I'll be back to talk to y'all about that fight. Here we are, 14, 13-year-old kids, savage in the head, know it all. But when it came to Uncle Sean, because he was such a damn giant powerhouse muscle built up fucker, you didn't want him to get a belt and beat your ass. So you listen. And nobody wanted, and if Uncle was to get mad and he don't get mad, now there's a problem. Now this is shit is, and everything stopped because this is a point of no return. The calmest nigga in the house is the one that's sitting up here finna bust y'all ass. So get your shit together. And in my family, that was the conflict resolutionist. But he, back in the 80s, it was hard on the black man. So he did something. He got locked up. He can't die. The family was never the same, and he could never get it back together. And when I go visit him right now, he is so humble and docile, and he just like to have fun, and he tell old stories. He like you to play cards and throw them bones with him. I mean, but nobody is telling my uncle in our family, hey man, you saved my life 100 times. You did the right thing. You told me not to do this. And I know y'all hear the story, gotta give you them flowers while you live and shit. And I'm gonna celebrate Unc no matter what. He's in the hospital right now, having brain not having brain surgery. He already had it, but they got to check him, and I guess they found some complication. But that's what I'm saying. He's never the same. He doesn't rationalize things the same to resolve any conflict. Only thing he could say, love one another. Don't do that type of thing. But without him, man, my family would have fell apart long, long time ago. So, yeah, we gotta celebrate these people that understood how to stop the situation, how to avert conflict, how to bring people back together. Because think about the year and time we in. Ain't nobody coming together. You got this nation warring against this nation. You got this gender warring against that gender. You got husband and wife trying to outdo each other, boyfriend and girlfriend, siblings. We got all of that shit. And you know what's missing throughout all that? Somebody to say, hey, you got this, you got this. Put that shit together and let's make it. Or you go work on this shit and you do the best you can. You do the best you can. And 1 year from now, meet up and let's see who the victor of it. And nobody's doing that anymore. Hell, you go to a marriage counsel nowadays for those of people who are married. You have to select the proper counselor because they'll take sides. Don't nobody want to be the mediator anymore. They'll take sides. A man will take sides with a man, woman take sides with a woman, and leave each other party ain't shit resolved. But when you had an issue in your relationship, you would go to that dude's mama or that dude or that chick's mama in the relationship, and they'll be like, now you need to respect X, Y, Z, and X, Y, Z, you need to step your shit up. And they'll tell it blood raw, no matter who feelings they hurt, and the conflict reserved. Okay, this is something we could work on. We don't have that no more. In this day and age, when all this war's about to kick off and all these, Omarion singers and shit running around here, going all the way down to Epsilon Delta 5 and shit, we ain't got no win. Because everybody's so isolated and everybody keep it to themselves. We don't know who the true heroes of our community is. We don't know who the conflict resolutionists is. Because everybody got their own agenda. But this prayer this morning is for those who don't have an agenda. They just want to see peace. They just want everything to be calm, steady. No fighting, no bitching, no fussing, all love, no bloodshed. This is what they want. We had them back in the day. We ain't got them no more. I mean, I could state politics and political science and the cultural, appropriation and all that other shit, all the other big words that point back to, 1970s and systemic racism. I can say all that shit, but it's not just happening in one culture. It's happening in other cultures. The kids are becoming more rebellious because people are having kids at younger ages. We haven't learned our lesson. We don't learn our shit until we least in our 40s, 45. And now life starts saying, oh, that's what it is. Oh, damn, I really do need to get 8 hours of sleep. I really do need to drink 6, 7 glasses of water. I really should sit up there and start wearing condoms. Or making motherfuckers use condoms. And when you done learned your lesson at 45 and shit, you got me? I'm not telling the truth. If I step on toes, it is what it is. But conflict resolution comes through all that shit. You got that one person that's gonna sit up there and say, hey, don't break that girl's heart. Conflict averted. Hey, boy, you got a mama, you got a sister. Hey, you got a daddy, you got a brother. Now be mindful. You know, we don't have that. And the ones that were here, man, I thank them and I love them so much because they maintain who we are at the core. They taught us the shit to do to avert conflict. And I guess they did that because they knew they wasn't always gonna be here, and everybody need to think like that. What legacy can you leave at the end of the day? Because that's what the ancestors' prayers is. This is legacy all day long. What your people known for. But I'm thinking about my family, y'all, and y'all gotta forgive me, because again, like I say, sometimes we are not close. But when it come down to it, I know I could call them. They'll be here to fuck somebody up for me. Uh, Financially, not so much. But yeah, we gotta praise those ancestors who was here, who took care of us. Maybe that was your mother, maybe that was your father, maybe that was your uncle, maybe that was your auntie. Hell, maybe that was a sibling that you lost. They just knew what to do. Maybe it was the next door neighbor. They just knew how to avert the conflict. Maybe it was an old lady in the neighborhood that walks outside. You know, she don't come out of her house or don't come off her porch unless it's an issue in the cul-de-sac in the hole in the pub. And she come out there and y'all stop that shit. Go home. Our elders curse. It wasn't no, y'all stop it, baby. No, y'all cut that shit out and get the fuck on somewhere. Y'all gonna kill each other and go to prison. Then she'll throw a story on your ass about somebody, and then by the end of the day, you cutting her grass and cleaning out her gutters and taking out her trash. Know how they did it. They motherfucking found the way to take your mind off busting each other ass up. God bless them. I ain't never cut so much fucking grass. I don't even like yard work as a grown ass man. I'll pay a bitch to do that yard for I. Shalon the pilot. Just book an ancestor reading. They come through. But yeah, people, I don't know how to talk about these particular ancestors, so I don't have no real blah 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 blah. I just came on what I went to sleep and I woke up with, and they say talk about the people who shared it, peace, who conflict resolution, who did everything it took to make the family go on, and I could understand why, because I was looking around at various people. And I'm looking at nobody had the giving spirit during this holiday season. And I don't celebrate Christmas, by the way. I celebrate it for the kids just to get them experience. We all know what Christmas is, but we still live in this time. So hey, we gonna rock with the time, but we know what it is, and it's a festive occasion. So don't be enjoy. And I looked around and I saw how everybody was separate. Kids was out there. The kids and brothers and sisters went playing with each other. They walked past my house and you son of a bitch. They want to argue, fight, toss hands. And I'm looking at this like, Jesus Christ, where's the grandmother? Where's the mother? Where's the brother? You know, where's the person that's going to stop them from fighting? Tell them, hey, share your Snickers bar, share your toy. You want to split a Toblerone? I mean, something like that shit. But it wasn't nothing. It was just, bitch, don't touch my shit and you stay the fuck away from me. Yo, fuck you, nigga, fuck you. I don't like your ass no way. I'll be glad when you move out. And I'm like, God damn, where the people at? But they nowhere around. So that's, I went to sleep with that. I went to sleep with that. And I say, what can we pray for? And that's what we're praying for. Because if they had the right elder in their house with the right mindset or the right person in their life, I don't think they'll be doing all that arguing. I don't think they'll be doing all that bucking the system, wishing bitches dead and wishing people to go away forever. I don't think that'll be like that. I mean, I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but I don't think it'll be like that if they had the right person in their life instructing them to do the right thing. You know, sometime during these videos, I'll be wishing I can dialogue back with you guys to have like a real conversation because I be wanting to know exactly, what ancestors, like in you guys' own words, what ancestors that you all think about, during these topics, and just give like a little small recording. I was thinking about that, and that's on you guys. If you guys want to go to the Instagram, the Baron Speaks, or our Soul Matters, SOL_matters.com Instagram. Everything is in the description. And just like in the message board or the reels, whatever, just, speak about the ancestor that we pray about this morning. You ain't got to get a name or nothing, but, just say something because I really want to give them so much power and praise and thanks because, again, it's gonna be that one ancestor out there, everybody, that embodies every last single piece of what we've been praying on. And once we can get that ancestor and make that ancestor whole, and we get that ancestor and we know that ancestor and we get a name for that ancestor, we get something, birthday, man, that would be such a powerful entity to have on our side. Wouldn't you think? God damn. I can imagine that ancestor sitting right there. My grandmama sitting right there chewing her tobacco. Baby, let's rush down on their ass. You follow me? Yeah, I can't resolve this conflict. Let's go and bust their ass up. This is the way to resolve it. And hell, that it was an ancestor. Hey, it's an ancestor for that. That one that brought the boom rush every 5 minutes. But you can't say nothing to me. But yeah, praying for that ancestor who saved so many of our lives. Dr. Dixon. That saved so many of our lives, that saved so many of our parents' lives, our grandparents' lives, kept them from harm's way. I mean, we got to thank these ancestors, man. I want you guys to really start thanking these ancestors. Every emotion you could think of on your spectrum, you got an ancestor who has experienced that, who has capitalized on that bitch, and who holds the card, key, judge, and jury on that particular issue, emotion, topic, until we get them all down into one, which is inside of you. Then you'll understand your true power of unleashing yourself. I love it. But everybody, this is my prayer this morning. This is my ancestor prayer this morning. And if you guys can relate, I want you to. If you guys can't relate, I love it even better. Thank God you guys cannot relate to this one right here. If you cannot, thank God. No, it's not that type of reading, Spirit. All right, that the Spirit just wanted me to say something, but that would be too cliche. That person is gonna call me today. That person is gonna call me today, and I ain't gonna say it. That's a crazy thought process, people. And no, I'm not gonna do it. So for the person who I think Spirit telling me, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't crazy, people. I just know what Spirit just said. I'm not gonna do it. All right, so we're gonna sit up here. I mean, today I'm just gonna go ahead and do my prayer for the conflict resolutionist of our ancestral line, the person who stood in the paint for us and for both sides, not just us, for brother, sister, husband and wife, mother and daughter. It doesn't matter. That person who, that person who just sat up there and just really wanted things to go right and work out in our lives. We got to get that person thanks. I'm gonna veer off a little bit. I remember the song, I think it was Betty Wright. Don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man. You know, conflict resolution people, and everybody would put on those songs and at the cookout and just get it down. But that's the type of person that just knew what to say to calm the situation, keep a household together, keep brother and sister from killing each other, keep everybody just happy and satisfied. You know, that's who I'm praying for this morning. And again, I hope you guys understand and can relate. And for those of you who don't or can't, more power to you. Cause it ain't nothing nice when you fight with your parents or when you fight with somebody and ain't nobody that'll help y'all see calmer heads and shit get said and people walk out, relationships get broken up because you can't take back what's being said. And in the worst case, you can't take back something that you do if you end up hurting that person, taking that person's, life, crippling and all that other shit. You can't take that shit back. So those people that provided conflict resolution for us when we didn't have no goddamn sense, that ain't here with us no more, and for the ones that still doing it, keeping the family together through conflict resolution, I salute you, I thank you, and I love you. So without further ado, I'm finna go ahead and throw this prayer out. Oh, Heavenly Source, Father, whose name I am not worthy to call, but who grace and mercifully I demand. I ask that you grant me an audience with my Baron so that I may speak to him and he may speak to me. We communicate on a grand level. Some more to be, some more to be, some more to be. Okay, Baron, my friend, my buddy, my guide, I want to first thank you for being such a great patron to me, for being such a great inspiration and a great guide to me. You tell me the messages I need to deliver every day, every week, in my readings day in, day out, and I thank you for it. And I understand where you come from, and I know you understand me. So thank you. Allow me an audience with my ancestors and the ancestors of all who's in earshot of me. Be the veil. Allow them to take a portion of my energy without dispatching me, killing me, or making me sick. This is just so they can hear me. Thank you. Simone B. To that ancestor out there who was the conflict resolutionist, who was the judge when it came down to it, who was the non-judgmental party in everything, the one who always wanted to see us happy, the one who always wanted to see us smile in the community, the one who always wanted to keep everything peaceful, harmonious, keep the riffraff down. I just want to say thank you. And I recognize your existence and I recognize your sacrifice. I recognize that you put yourself in harm's way when you didn't have to. I recognize that that was your calling. I recognize that you did any and everything it took to make the situation better, happier, run smoother. This is something you probably did your whole life, and this is something that you stepped into towards the end of your life. I want to thank you in so many ways, so many times. I just want to say I love you. We want to say we love you because without your knowledge, without your compassion, without your sincerity, there could have been so many crises on this planet. There could be so many crises in our lives. There could be so many crises in our relationships. Without that person stepping in and doing what they need to do to make sure everything is okay. I thank you. Care for you. I'm crazy about you. I love you. I recognize you. To those out there who are in our distant past, those who passed away a long time ago, who thought processes we don't even know, and who mission that we can't even see with the naked eye. We have to use our spiritual mind to see it. You had a mission. You had a mission to quell all issues. You came back just to avert certain catastrophes in each one of our lives. And that was your only job, and that was your only mission, and that's what you chose to do before you went to your next existence. And I thank you and I love you for it. You put yourself on the line for me. You put yourself on the line for everybody out there. Ancestors, we love you. We thank you. We don't even know your name, but we know you exist. We know you walked this earth. We know you did what you did. We know you cared how you cared. We know that when it came to resolving conflict within the family and your community, that you did this in hopes of making sure we can survive to the next fight, survive to fight again, survive the battles of turmoil, chaos, and stress. I thank you. I love you. I praise you. I give to you a portion of my spiritual energy. Use it, utilize it, build yourself back up. Keep your energy going so that you may come from the spirit world and resolve conflicts that we're having in our lives, that we're having on our jobs, that we're having in our relationships, that we're having in our everyday waking hour, the conflict that we having in our mind with ourselves. Go in like a surgical doctor and remove the opposing faction. Sympathize with it. Remove it. Get rid of it. Allow us to think and see and feel with our hearts instead of just with our egos, and assume your job and assume your position in our lives as our conflict resolution specialist. People say you reside in the subconscious. I say you reside in the forefront of my brain because I want you to always be in the head of me. I want you always to walk before me. Resolve my conflict before I even get there. Give me my job before I even get there. Have them sign my check before I get there. You know, that's your job. Do that. Make a way out of no way. The Bible says, you know, God will make a way out of no way. I know they were talking about you, conflict resolution specialist ancestor. Y'all hear me now? I'm gonna teach you some. I know they was talking about that part of me, which is you. We'll make a way out of no way because we know exactly what to do because we think logically, we think compassionately, we run all the gambits on the board and we come up with the best strategy to get us in the dough and get us out of situations, to get us in the situations. Hint, wink, wink. We understand and we love you and we praise you. And I thank you for my spiritual growth. I thank you for my spiritual protection. I thank you for allowing me to see the good side in my brothers and sisters when I couldn't. I thank you for allowing me to understand and learn to love my family when I didn't think they deserved no love. I thank you. I care for you. I praise you. We all thank you, care for you, and praise you. So more to be, some more to be, some more to be. Everybody, that was a little quick one, but it had to be done. We had to give that ancestor the praise and and give them their honors because nobody's doing that. They did their job. They averted the conflict, and everybody went on talking about each other. And that person who put themselves in harm's way just fade into obscurity. But that ancestor is not forgotten. Their ancestor did not do all that in vain. They knew they weren't gonna get the praise. But you ain't forgotten in my heart, and I know they not forgotten in your heart. Because I'm telling you, some of us wouldn't be here. Some of us wouldn't be here. You talking to somebody who used to gangbang good people. If it wasn't for that one person, man, don't do that there. Boy, that's 15 to 20 all day. You know, that was a conflict resolutionist. Man, don't sit up there and knock over that stove, bro. You do it another day. Go find something else to do. Go get a job. They hiring down at the UPS. That's the conflict resolution specialist. Man, don't sit up there and hurt your brother or sister. Don't steal from them. Don't go in your mama wallet. You know, don't curse your mama out. Those are the conflict resolution specialists. Those people not here with us. Some of those people not here with us. And the ones that we still got here on this planet, and that could be you. Y'all need to be cherished, and we need to cherish those people. We need to respect them. Hey, boy, you know you done saved my life so many times just by your kind words alone. Thank you. Hug and a love. Sister, you done been there for me. Without you, I don't know what I would have done. Because you knew how to talk to my wife to calm her down when I was being foolish. Conflict resolution. Same thing on the man's side. Conflict resolution. These are the people we give thanks to. We give praise to. We give credit to. We give them their flowers while they live, and then we give them their praises when they go. Because without them, we would not be nothing. We wouldn't be here. There would be tribes where our great great grandparents could have been killed and buried, hung from a tree, if they would have got a little lippy back in the Massa days. You know, hey man, don't talk to him like that. Man. We finna escape this bitch in about we finna escape this bitch in 21 days. You better take that shit until we and run fast as you can once the rope clear. You know what I'm saying? I'm making light of the situation, but I want you guys to get it because a joke lasts longer in the mind than something serious. Those are the people, man. Those are the people that we pray for today. So how everybody doing, good people? I'm done with the prayer. Looking at the time, I'm done with the prayer. Now we just, I like to just talk, share some stuff, shoot out the website. All right, everybody. Everything is going good for the new year. I'm doing a lot of spiritual prayers, spiritual regiments, getting a lot of spiritual stuff done. That's all I can say. Don't want to show my hand too much for the enemies out here. But yeah, this is a hell of a time. We got New Year's coming up. Everybody, I hope you got your New Year's baths. I hope you guys gonna do some of these folk magic New Year's rituals that help increase your prosperity, dexterity, and longevity. I think that's how you say it. Is you saying some logical, and you want to put a gerity on it. So longevity. If it's not a word, I just make that bitch up and it sounds good. So I'm gonna add it to my vocabulary, longevity. I mean, be logically all the time. I had an ancestor used to make up words too. What is a whose it was it? You know whose it was it up the road? Talking about somebody who passed away, granddad? Probably. Who was it? Yeah, that's what I grew up with, y'all. But yeah. So, you guys, I thank you all I thank all of you guys who have been going to the site, patronizing me. I thank you so much. I thank you guys, and I mean, you guys have made the purchases. You guys are doing what you're doing. I'm trying to get rid of all the old stock of t-shirts because I got some more coming out, and it's gonna longevity. Thank you. I knew it was a close. I ain't crazy. Longevity. Lou Harris, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, 69. Whoa. Old fella, I like that. But yeah, I thank you guys for going to the website, making the purchase, buying what you're buying. Everybody, I am out of tarot boards. You guys have bought all of my tarot boards. I'm ordering some more. It's going to take them about a week, 2 weeks to come in. I want to thank you guys for who did capitalize and buy them boards. Wow. The blue bags, again, they stopped selling. I know I haven't been promoting them as much, but right now I'm thinking everybody should be on it because they work. But I think I got about 15 left. I got about 15 left. The red bags, I got about 26 of those left. Y'all got to start giving me some feedback on how them red pouches work, man, because y'all call me and tell me what's going on, but then again, I ain't got nothing tangible to show the people, to help them sell. But I got about 26 of the red bags. T-shirts, I want them all gone. I'm finna lower the price on them right there because I got some more t-shirts coming for the new year with my patented logos and stuff on it. So that's how it'll be. What else I wanted to say? Yes, the tarot course. For those of you guys who bought the tarot course and got the bonus video on the end to show you how to read and to spell for the babies. Thank you guys for who purchased that. I mean, and thank you for the feedback for those who did give me feedback on the course. And trust me, the next one is going to be bigger, better, longer, more instructive. I guarantee it's going to blow your wig backwards. You're going to have to twist that bitch and lock it with a bobby pin when I'm done educating you. Oh, yeah, Patreons. Again, I finally got the algorithm right. Every other Tuesday, we're going to be doing one card spread. So this Tuesday, tomorrow, for the Patreons only, we're going to be doing the one card question starting from 8:30 p.m. Eastern up until we finish. This time I'm going to ask But people, please don't ask more than one question, even if you got 2 or 3 different pages or however that worked. I mean, I realized I doubled up on a couple questions last week, and a lot of people couldn't really get in before the Patreon timed out. I mean, let's just be respectful and just ask one question. It's one question tarot. That's free for the Patreons alone, okay? I mean, let's respect that because it's a lot of energy and we don't have time for a full reading. We're just giving you the main thing that you asking about, and we'll run through it and we'll get you to understand it the best we can right then and there. But then we gotta open it up for other people. Also for the patrons, the second Saturday of every month, those are the teachings. You guys are getting some premium spells, some premium teachings, education. And let me tell you, it ain't gonna do nothing but get better from that. That's why I'm redoing this part of my studio, because this is gonna be real teachings. I'm finna give it to you, what grandma taught me, what I learned over the years, and I'm gonna give you a mechanicals formula to do this right. Skill by skill instructions. I'm gonna be dropping names on books, names on shows, names on different places in the world where you can go and get and see the rituals and everything done in real life. Listen, I got some for you guys. What else? Also, please patronize Black Witch's Patreon channel. She's coming up with a dream board course. The messages should have been sent out there for the true believers. I'm gonna say true believers are the people her subscribers. That's the word. And yeah, patronize her channel, man. She's doing good right now, and she's coming into her own. You know, Savina Steele is coming into her own. I mean, she got some surprises waiting on you guys. I mean, every one of the tribe is just doing their thing on the magical level, and I love it. I mean, it's like you have an audience with the Baron, and next thing you know, you're unlocking your superpower, which is being great. So, thank you. But yeah, we got a lot of people spiritually. Brianna, I mean, I'm just freaking the hell out. So she learned how to use dowsing rods. I ain't never used a dowsing rod. I seen her on TV with a bit looking for water, but she doing her thing. Whew. Those are 1-2 year rockers with me. Told you at the end of the day, man, y'all don't need no spiritualist. Y'all just need somebody to give you instructions, and then you become the spiritualist. Back in the day, everybody was in their kitchen whipping shit like it was stir fry on that damn cauldron pot and spirit stove and altar. We got to get back to that. What else? Yes, I talked about the website. I got to run this shit down in my head because I'm not a good advertiser, y'all. Talked about the website, the products you guys could go purchase, check it out. www.oursoulmatters.com. See what's on that. Book your readings. The readings have opened up like I promised. I am doing past life readings now. All my past life readings are for Thursdays. I'm only going to do 2 to 3 of them a day, and I'm going to convince or try to ask the person, can I do it? Go live on YouTube while I'm doing it. It'll be in real time, less edits. People get it right then and there. So if the person who booked in the past live reading, if they want to go on live on Thursdays, you're gonna get 2-3 videos from me on Thursday, however many they say, and they agree to it. So that's the plan. Let's see how that go. All emergency readings will be done every Tuesday, so it will have to be a 7-day wait in between the emergency readings. I'm so backed up. But again, all of the readings are open from 12 p.m. all the way up to 9-10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, no phone calls, no readings, nothing. I'm turning the phones off because by me doing so much, I really need to focus on getting more content in the other avenues I'm going at. Hi, Miss Colette. I think that's all. I think I done mentioned everything. February, be on the lookout for the new t-shirt. I'm telling you, it got my patented logo in it. I love it. I paid money for that mother sucker, and it's mine, and I own it, and I'm gonna brag about it because I own that. That was the thing I created from the universe up in here, and it is a living entity owned by me. So I'm loving it. And she gotta write next. Gotta write it in the planner. All right, everybody. Well, I done had you guys here for an hour just talking to you. I just enjoyed talking, sharing my story, sharing my life, sharing my gift with you guys, and I thank you guys for accepting that. Because I was always afraid of this gift before I woke the hell up and realized I was just holding myself back. And I'm gonna tell y'all something about that fear too. Ooh, ooh. Y'all just keep rocking with me. Keep rocking with me. I'm gonna be on Oprah one day. I'm gonna be on Oprah and I'm gonna be like, yeah, Oprah, I think, man, you could be close. I could be your son and, your son or something. And then I'm gonna take Iyanla Vanzant's spot. These are my predictions for 2022. This is what I'm doing. Y'all think I'll be a good conflict resolution specialist like Iyanla Vanzant without the screaming? I think I will. I think I will. That's right. United States Patent and Trademark Office. I own that mother sucker. I own it. I paid money for it. That is mine. Even if the Trump head use it, I'm gonna sue his ass. Don't you use my shit. All right, everybody. I'm finna get off this thing because I got a lot to do. I gotta get the car to the shop. Make sure the bitch running right. Always do that first of the year. Belts, everything. Take care of your automobile, people. Get the checks. Get the checks. Take care of your automobile. Take care of your service, man. Get the oil change. Get the service. Public service announcement. Get the tires, man. The shit is harsh and it's dangerous out there, and the roads and infrastructure is fucking up, and nobody want to fix them really. So take care of your car so it'll take care of you, your transportation. You know what I'm saying? Just public service announcement, good people. All right, I've done my good deed for the day. I will see you guys in the premiere tonight. Oh, I didn't interrupt the premiere. Premieres every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Come through. Tonight's premiere will be close to 2 hours, so pack a lunch. It's gonna be one person. She kept me there for the entire night. I think it would be interesting for you guys to watch that. Share it. I want to see a bunch of people in this one because it's a good one. It's one person and she went through every emotion possible to come up with the right conclusion for her. And I think it would be such beneficial for everybody around by this holiday season to take a look at it. So if you could, share it, tell a friend. As soon as you come in that thing, hit the like button. All comments are welcome. And I mean, let's see what's going on, because you got to understand, these videos I post, people allow me to post their videos because it helps. It's therapy. It's therapeutic for people to watch it. That's why the Baron is the most binge-worthy reader on YouTube. You watch one of my videos, you get hooked in because we're reading real life situations. We're fixing real life problems. We're helping you go inside you and solve your issue with a little bit of spiritual control. And that's what it's all about when it comes to me. Conflict resolution. What's the solution to all of this shit? We gonna find it. So y'all tune in tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And Tuesdays is emergency readings. And Tuesday, every other Tuesday is the free one question tarot giveaway. And then the Thursdays is all gonna be about past life. They're gonna be read on Thursday and they're gonna be posted on Thursday. No past life will get posted on any other day. So if you got time in your schedule, come back every Thursday, set your calendar, past life. I'm finna show these boys how to really dig into this past life. All right, everybody, I done had you guys here long enough. Just wanted to say, I'm the Baron telling you guys to trust you and the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other platforms, Vimeo, Patreon, Tarot Course, all that good stuff. Website. Let's help me sell out those t-shirts so we can put the other ones up there. All right, everybody. Take care. God bless. Much love.